Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination but embraces the entire world. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The only source of knowledge is experience. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. You never fail until you stop trying. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Creativity is intelligence. Having fun. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their minds. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Failure is success in progress. You want different results. Do not do the same things. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Information is not knowledge. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not in what he is able to receive. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Once you stop learning, you start dying. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. You can't use an old map to explore a new world. Only those who attempt at the absurd can achieve the impossible. Make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. There are two ways to live: as if nothing is a miracle, or as if everything is a miracle. Intellectual growth should not commence at birth and cease only at death. Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person who has the questions. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Never give up on what you really want to do. Play is the highest form of research. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Nothing happens until something moves. If you can't explain it, to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Imagination encircles the world. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. A mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. Be a voice, not an echo. Don't think about why you question. Simply don't stop questioning. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? A great thought begins by seeing something differently. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. I believe in intuitions and inspirations. The person who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. Don't be too timid and just squeamish about your actions. All life is an experiment. Never memorize something that you can look up. Success comes from curiosity, concentration, perseverance, and self-criticism. If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. We dance for laughter. We dance for tears. We dance for madness. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Time is an illusion. Every day I remind myself that my inner and outer life depends on the labors of others. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Morality is of the highest importance, but for us, not for God. If you can't change the world, change your attitude. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. The future depends on what we do in the present. Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your dormant soul on fire. When the solution is simple, God is answering. The most powerful force in the universe is compound interest in knowledge, not just money.